So how's it been, you guys? This is like the first expo you've actually worked though.
Yeah,
right?
as a translator. Yeah, we are translating German English because German market has many people who are not familiar with like special vocabulary connected to growing and making sure there's no miscommunication. pH up, pH down, all the values you have to get there. We're doing a great job, I guess. So we are like busy all the time. And yeah,
that's definitely something we figured out, even in some of the content that we translate. It's like curing. That did not translate so well in German, amongst other languages. So to your point, have someone who speaks the fluent language to be able to represent the brand and actually speak it. And I have to say, you guys are with a brand that we're friends with. Little plug. We love doing the bags for them. So what else? I mean, just talking about, we won't say any names, but you are one of the first licensed CSCs, as we call them, or cannabis social clubs here in Berlin. How's that been? I mean, everyone's like talking to you and wanting to hear about this experience and what you're growing.
Everyone wants to know how we got to this point and how we're approaching it, because there's so many different ways you can approach this. There's the very small clubs with only a handful of people growing in a tent. Then you have the ones we are going for more or less the industry standard approach, but at small scale. So we have the best for our expertise, would say the best we can work with. We got everything you can basically see on display. So everything we have to minimize the human error, to make sure that the product we put out is always the best we can do.
And kind of consistent as well. So just try to keep up consistency in however way we can, whichever.
And I've gotten to see their growth in full disclosure, and I'm extremely impressed. And the other Americans that have come through, U.S. citizens, sorry, I know North America, but all the rest that have come through from the States, I've been really impressed with how much you've accomplished with the space given and how efficient your actual growth. I mean, 10 different cultivars under those lights. I mean, that is something that it takes a lot of work, and you two being kind of the core of that, so props to that. Now, talking a little bit more about some of the conversations you've had. Have you had people from like the Bavarian region and other regions that are starting CSCs that have asked about the trials and tribulations?
Yeah, it's always the first, when someone comes around and says we have many plans, I was like, okay, you must be a CSC then yeah, we are. And then they know exactly we are in the same boat. And then we ask her which part of Germany you are from. And once they drop the name, I know, okay, that's something we can breathe a little bit. Okay, that's a good part of Germany. So there is a high chance that this is going to work out. And so far, the people we had here from the parts of Germany, they either just got their license or they're short before, so they just wait for the authorities to come around, take a final look at it, and then just give them the green light, and then they can start. And they're interested in different nutrients and everything, so they come around, wander around, see what can the nutrients brand do for them, because it's a non-profit and most of the time there are no investors, so people really have to look at every euro there is to make sure we can't buy twice, and we cannot allow to have the first run not to be successful.
I just had a conversation, it's interesting, we had a group that James Loud's working with that they're growing flower in Tennessee, and I said the same thing. I said I'd love to come out and tour it because you are a small group, you're a small operation, but there's things you can do now to scale into versus, to your point, having to take out your full fertigation system and start from scratch. Take out all of your lighting and take out all of your tables, whatever. So it's awesome that you think about that and are thinking 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. We'll save you money and time, obviously, which a lot of time goes into it. And on that side, I want to say, so some of the stuff that you do, tell us some of the things from more of like, and I know you can only market so much, but some of the marketing, the branding, the webs, there's still elements that you've been touching with the project. And how's that been working out on your side, since you're kind of more of in the soil and you're more so on the business side?
God, I have no idea. I mean, marketing is marketing, getting our name out generally is hard. So it's basically just like talking to other people and like face to face telling them who we are, what we do, and if anybody's interested, we can say, okay, yeah, we do have like the place maybe for you that you would like to be. Other than that, we have like we've met very nice people in the community, which are helping us out like a lot. We are, I don't know, it's hard to like get anything out there.
Yeah,
Like we're not
tiptoeing.
taking the first step in approaching. Like we're not trying to get our name out there, but if we talk to people that are interested, we like the conversation keeps going. We're like dropping the name at one point if they're specifically asking, but we're not like aggressively trying
really
to.
pushing it.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned doing kind of a grassroots campaign of sorts at a local shop. Like that sounded good. But even when we were walking around the lake and someone came up and started talking, you're like, that's one of our.
That was the best example.
Yeah.
We are growing in a district of Berlin where we are from and we have grown up for the people who are, well, you can come from outside the district, but as you have to work on the plant and you have to pick it up in person, it's mostly people from the district, and there's some connection, there's some real connection between the people. So I would go away from calling them clients or something. They're really members of the club.
It's a good way I think that's, to your point, the personal touch and the relations that you have, and the fact that they actually have to get hands-on at one point or another to be a member. It seems so much more fitting than client, customer, patient, even. It's like they really are a member of it. And I love how you got that. That's something that Germany I know kind of queued up from Spain, but are taking literally instead of someone here grows, but it's really maybe being imported from, we'll just say, another market. In this instance.
It's hard because obviously not everyone that wants to be a member of the club is like actively interested in actually working a lot there. But there are like really, I didn't expect that. There are a lot of people that really want to help, and they are like coming forward and they're like, if you ever need help, we're gonna come by, we're gonna help out. And I'm assuming there's just as many people who are like, I don't really care about working with them, but they have to, and they're gonna take a look at everything, and we have to tell them like what's going on. And that's also like a good thing about the club situation. And as we are so small right now, it's also nice because people can actually get to know the club and the facility, and like they see how it's grown and they see what's going on, and they can see the product while it's growing. And I think that's a really nice part from a consumer perspective, because I have never consumed anything that I didn't know where or how it grew. And I feel like that's a really nice thing, especially in Berlin, where sometimes you just get product where you really do not know where it's been, where it's come from, and what even it is. So
Exactly.
I think that's really nice.
That just crossed. It's funny you mentioned that, because that just crossed my mind. I'm like, wait, I've been to places where I never saw the cattle, I never saw the corn, I never saw and that's what really was kind of a peace of mind when seeing how things again operate here with the CSCs. Is like, it's cool to be like talking to you, find out how it's. I try to prefer more organic, or I try this, or I try that, or this is healthier, that's better. So I agree, like that whole hands-on. I hope in general, I hope society goes back towards that and further away from the corporate empires, but we digress. Anyway, thank you both for your time. It's been great. I'm sure Athena is very thankful that you're here and able to be on-site translators and already advocates of their brand, which is just a bonus. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll be in touch. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys.